With a few more twisty sections and a BMW eager to tackle them all, we headed north towards the plains. Now, the BMW M235i was designed to revive past memories of what BMWs were like 2 decades ago. Rear-wheel drive, a motor looking to be strung out, and that distinct BMW-defined handling. South Africa. It's different, it's special, it's unlike anywhere else in the world. Sparse in places like this, the Great Karoo Basin, but nonetheless beautiful. And driving on these roads, all I can think about is wanting to see and explore as much as I can.
And that's what makes this place so special. Not only do you have terrain that looks like so many different places around the world, but you also have climates that range from actually pleasant weather down here, just a bit windy, to there. 9,000-foot peaks, and we're on this road, the Franschhoek Pass. It goes from the plains of the Western Cape through the mountains south towards Cape Town. Now, before 1822, this was the most direct way to get over the mountains to the southernmost tip of the African continent.
Continuing on our loop across the Western Cape, we then headed south, back over the Cape Fold Mountains, passing countless construction zones. A reminder that South Africa is still a growing country, as seen by their GDP, doubling in the past decade.
So after about 5 or 6 hours of driving 340 kilometers all across the Western Cape, we come back down to Cape Town, heading towards Chapman Peak Drive. Now, what I've heard is that this is one of the best driving roads in the world, and even more special when you're driving it during sunset. It's something I've been told is quite unbelievable. But the fact is, we've got typical winter weather for Cape Town. Overcast skies, sun not seen yet, and we've got about 40 minutes before sunset on this winter day. So we'll see. You know, within 5 or 6 hours, we've driven across 4 different passes through 3 different climates, everything from deserts to near snowy conditions at the top of passes, really cold, and then you come here. I don't think anywhere else in the world can provide so many different environments for driving. The best driving roads in the world? Some of the best, yeah, absolutely.
And then right after finishing that last line, unexpectedly, the skies opened up.
Panama, home of the Panama Canal and home of the Red Devils. Those are old school buses built for illegal highway races, reaching speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. They've got worked over turbo diesel engines, no seatbelts, and as you'll see, at least one of them has quite a wobbly wheel. Matt, Farah and the drive crew went to Panama to check out the Red Devils for themselves and to search for the car culture of Panama.
When you think of car culture, what countries come to mind? Italy? Australia? Germany? Japan? What about Panama? Anyone thinking of Panama? Yeah, I wasn't either. Panama, that's the country, not the city on the Florida Panhandle, is one of those places that isn't exactly on the top of Americans' to-do lists, so what the hell were we doing there? Here was the thought process. Morningstar realized we could get really cheap flights with no baggage fees, a great Airbnb penthouse, and a discounted rental car from Avis in Panama. Then he said he knew a guy who knew a guy with some interesting modified cars. And although you can plan everything to a T, make reservations, line things up perfectly using the little bit of Spanish you can muster from the back of your brain, that doesn't mean that the second you land in a foreign country, everything can't go straight to hell. 6 hours before we went to the airport, it all completely fell apart.
100%.
100%.
Everything I planned, where we're gonna live, what we're gonna film.
Then our guy who was supposed to film his cars isn't answering his calls or returning emails. So these beers are $1. We'd lost our penthouse, all our subject cars, aged half a decade sitting in traffic, and our flat tire was taking hours. We seriously considered filming taxi cabs, as that seemed to be the only type of customized vehicle in this entire country.